Hi everyone, I'm Arglethump. This is a review for me almost getting hit on the head by a Little Mermaid DVD. Jeez. This is Ariel and the Curse of the Sea Witches. This was a graphic novel released in 2023, probably to coincide with the live-action Little Mermaid movie, although it's done in the style of the original animated film, not like the recent film. This is sort of like a sequel novel, and this is what the characters look like. Hopefully you can see that. I thought the pictures are fine. They're good. It looks like Ariel. The artwork is, in places it's really, really good. I like the artwork, actually. It is interesting to see the characters in a slightly different style. And then every now and then we get pages like this, which is just a page from Ariel's diary, which this is more educational about the stuff. People seem to really like the educational aspect of the book, and I thought it was good too. So, educational about the wildlife and the environment she encounters. Something I thought was a little strange was I always thought the movie takes place in France. I thought it was very firmly like in France, but this one, no, they are in Denmark. Eric lives in Copenhagen, and they mention that several times. So what happened, the plot is that Eric and Ariel, I guess this is like 2 years after the movie, Ariel's like permanently human. They take a trip up north to Greenland or Iceland, one of the two. They're setting up a trading port there for Denmark, which will be their big port between them and the Americas, basically. So they're trying to set up this big port. His cousin is the one who's like in charge of Iceland or Greenland and who's been building this port for a few years. I feel bad for Eric, though, because he has to spend most of the book not being the important one. Ariel has to be important one, so Eric's basically off doing trade negotiations with his cousin for most of the book. So, where does the drama come in? What about the sea witches? Well, it turns out there's a mermaid colony up there. And let's see if I can find a picture of those mermaids, because they don't look like... these are like northern mermaids. So they do not look like the mermaids we saw so much in the movie. I'm trying to find a page that has a lot of pictures of the mermaids. Okay, here's two. The Iceland or Greenland mermaids, I'm totally forgetting. And they've got a leader who just hates humans. And, you know, she's really mad because all this construction of the port will, like, destroy the mermaid habitat. They already had one boat sink, which caused a lot of problems for those mermaids there. And the title is really inaccurate because there's no sea witch. The title is Curse of the Sea Witches. There's no sea witches. There's not even one. The closest is the leader of the mermaid, who's very hostile to humans. And she tries to She tries to stop the construction of the port by kidnapping Prince Eric. So Ariel dives underwater and manages to save him from the submersible. Apparently, because she used to be a mermaid, Ariel can hold her breath for a really long time, but she can't turn back into a mermaid of her own free will. She can't do that, which I thought was interesting. And she does kind of make friends with the mermaids because she used to be a mermaid, but the mermaid leader is just angry and won't listen to a thing. Sort of similar to Ariel's father, who really hates humans. This is a mermaid leader who also really hates humans. So after Eric almost dies in their big fight, like the mermaids are planning to destroy every single ship that's in the harbor. Eric's cousin is planning to attack the mermaids. And it really felt like the story of Pocahontas, the movie Pocahontas. It was basically that, where the two groups are about to go to the war, and the only person who can stop them is Ariel because she's been a mermaid and she's been a human. And so she manages to stop the battle by just getting in the middle of the two warring sides. And she has connections on both sides. So the mermaids who are friendlier to humans show up to defend her, whereas the humans who are friendlier to mermaids show up to defend Ariel. And there's enough of them, this group in between the two warring sides of the battle, that, the battle gets called off. They come to a nice agreement and decide to move the port somewhere else. Just a slightly different location, just to avoid the mermaid colony. That way that colony will be preserved. And it's sort of tied into this environmental lecture, say, about preserving the coral reefs. Although that's not what they're doing. They're saving mermaids. But it's similar enough. We also learn a little bit of educational material about the people who live there, the Inuits. And let's see, there is just a minor thing at the end here with just straight up educational material. Here's the educational material we had in this book, more about that. Like I said, every several pages or so, they get one of these interrupting diary entries. Like, could this story totally 100% would have worked without the diary entries, but I'm glad they kept them. I could see some people complain, oh, this is boring. This book is trying to make me learn. I want mermaids. But I thought it was fine. The writing could be a little bit improved, but overall, I thought this was good. I like the graphics. The story is fine, even if it does seem like a twist on Pocahontas. Also seems like a twist on a Little Mermaid too, though, right? Because the villain of this book is acting sort of like Ariel's father did. And yeah, I just wish the title had been something different, because that totally gives you a completely different idea that, oh, we'll have sea witches and a curse, and that's not it. It's Ariel's trying to stop the humans and the mermaids from warring over the fact that they're building a new trading port for the glory of her country, Denmark. But it is also nice just to see Ariel and Eric interact. I wish we had more of Eric, and I like that part. Okay, so thanks for watching my review. If this sounds like something you're interested in, I would recommend it. You know, this is not the greatest graphic novel of all time, but I thought it was decent enough. Okay, bye.